go. Go ahead, Sean.
Hi.
Hey, Coach. Yesterday we saw Corey Littleton was placed on the COVID list. Do you have any update just on how he's feeling health-wise?
I talked to him yesterday. He seems to be feeling fine, and we look forward to getting him back. We certainly miss him.
Levi? All right, go to the next one.
Hey, John, I was wondering if you had any updates on that. And also, Damon
Arnett practiced, and he looked good. We'll talk as a staff and see what the role is for him. Mullen looked good today. He's ready to go. And Colt Miller did not practice. We'll list him as doubtful for the game.
Hey, Coach, what's the progress on Richie Incognito? And he's been out for a while now, and I'm curious as to whether he had a setback or whether he's still healing normally. Or
he continues to work at it. He's had some really good days, and he's had some days where it's just not quite ready to go yet. But hopefully, in the next few weeks, we'll be able to take the car out of the garage. But he still is experiencing some pain there, but he is getting better. We're encouraged by that, and we're eager to get him back at some point.
Hey, John, you often hear the media talk about teams looking past certain teams. Is that something you worry about with the Chiefs on deck? Is it something you talk about with your team at all, or not really?
No, we don't look past anybody. We have enough issues right now. We're just trying to get ready for the next day and the next game, and that's all Denver. We got a lot of respect for Denver. Believe me, we've competed against them in the past. We know them well, and they know us well. It's going to be a tough one for us.
John, if you saw that Paul Hornung passed away today, I was just wondering, do you have any memories from him from your time in Green Bay, your dad's at Notre Dame, or?
Yeah, obviously, they're such a proud franchise, and had an opportunity to meet him and Bart Starr and so many of the great Packer players, and he was one of the most colorful guys to ever play in this game. He was a great broadcaster. He was a true football guy, and the world was a lot better place with Paul Hornung in it. God bless his family and all the people that played with him and know him well.
Coach Anthony from the Fresno Bee, just wondering, how did David Irving look to you this past week, and is he still a week away from possibly playing?
There's a shot he might play a little bit this week. Again, we're dealing with a lot of players that are out of the lineup right now, and every move affects the game day roster. So we got to put our heads together as a staff. But Irving is getting in shape and getting close to his debut as a Raider. All right.
Hey, John, with Corey Littleton being put on COVID reserve list, what have you seen from Raekwon McMillan and Nicholas Moreau? Has it been encouraging what you've seen for practice this week for them to fill his shoes?
I think Nick's one of the best linebackers we have. I think he's a heck of a player. So we're excited for him and his opportunity. We didn't trade for Raekwon because of any other reason. We think he's a good linebacker that can play in a lot of situations. We hate to see Corey not here. He's a big part of our team. But Nick Morrow has played a lot of football for us in this system, and he's more than capable of stepping up.
One more, Jerry?
yeah, John, I'm curious. I believe home teams overall actually have a losing record this year. I'm guessing that has something to do with fans not being there. But is it just such a completely different environment? Can you still protect a home field like you used to?
This whole experience is a little bit like the Twilight Zone, really, Jerry. It's different. Everything's different, from the way that we travel, the way that we, the way that we operate. Certainly different playing a home game, but I don't know what the statistics are. That's the first I heard of that. But we've got to play better in Vegas. I know that, and we better play better because Denver's coming in here and they're a good football team.
Got time for one more, Adam?
Yeah, Coach, we haven't heard much about him since training camp, but any chance a guy like Javen White could be on the radar for filling in for Corey?
We'll see. like I said earlier, we have so many scenarios right now. I can't make any predictions about that, but he's a good young player.
Great. Thank you, everyone.
All right, guys, have a good one.
Hey, Henry, Jerry McDonald from the Bay Area News Group. I know you're operating against the Denver defense and not Jerry Jeudy, but are you eager to play against his team? See him play?
I mean, it's a division game, so we got to focus on getting the win. But it's always exciting to play against guys that you know, especially against guys that you played alongside with. So it'll be an exciting game. But of course, we want to come out and do what we got to do to get our win.
Anyway, Greg Olson was talking yesterday about how one of the things that you've been working on is your route running. How do you go about doing that during the season, and where do you think you are just in terms of improving in that area?
I mean, it's definitely improving. I got a lot of things that I can keep working on. For instance, I mean, in the game I have the 2 catches that were called out of bounds, so I got to work on getting 2 feet in. I'm not in college anymore, but just as a route runner, just want to be more fluent and more consistent. So just working on it day in, day out, in practice and even after.
Hey, Henry, this is Vic. Any surprises this year as a rookie coming into the league?
Surprises as far as what? He's on mute. Say that again?
Yeah, sorry. Anything like on the field as far as the adjustment to going against NFL quarterbacks or just picking up the system or anything like that?
Well, not really. I mean, it's still football. The biggest thing is I'm not used to operating out of a huddle, so running back to the huddle and not looking to the sideline has been the biggest difference for me. And just hearing the play calls verbally and not really using the signals all the time. So that's probably been my biggest thing with adjusting, besides the 2 feet rule.
Henry, Jerry McDonald again. In the few times we've talked to you, you don't seem like you're very stat-driven in terms of statistics and that kind of thing. But are you about where you thought you'd be midway through your rookie year?
I mean, I don't look at my personal stats. I don't really care about it. We have a winning record. We're doing pretty good as a team. We got some things to work on. I mean, you can always get better in every category. Personally, I can there's a lot of things that I can do better, but as far as statistically, I don't really care for that. Like I said, we have a winning record, and we're driving to keep doing that and get into the playoffs.
Henry, in the wide receiver room, what receiver would you say has helped you develop so far the most this rookie season, just not on the field, but also off the field as well?
Nelly for sure. He's been a big brother ever since I got here. He's always telling me the ins and outs of not only just the team, but the league and being a receiver in the league and what to expect, what not to expect, and just how to go about things every day.
Any more questions? All right. Thanks, Henry.
All right.